Well, good evening, everyone. Happy Thursday. My name's Jason. This is just Jason Keto, where we go live every week on Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and we do every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. This is just a 1 hour hangout, chit chat, keto Q&A. We do every Thursday night just to get caught up with what everyone's been up to for the week. Sorry I missed you last week. Unfortunately, got busy with some things that I had to look after. It's one of those things. I try to be here every week if I can, but sometimes, life just gets in the way, unfortunately. So thank you for everyone that has shown up already. We had a few people in here early that I was chatting with. We had Lynn came in first in the doors. Good to see you, Lynn. Loretta and Jason off grid is in the house. P&J's Homestead Adventure is here. Legends Gaming 667 will be in and out. They're live streaming as well. I do appreciate any time anyone can spend with me tonight. Like I say, it's just a hangout. Just chit chat, see what everyone's up to. It's don't really have anything specific to chat about tonight, but like I say, I like to get caught up with all the everyone in the community. So let's see who all's here. Everyone's saying hi to each other. We've got Carrie here. Let's make sure we're not missing anyone. Brenda's here. Good to see Brenda. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Amy is here. Thank you for coming by, Amy. I appreciate it. Kevin from Tuber Chat's here. Tuber Chat was live earlier today. Unfortunately, I was working the whole time, so I was in and out on my phone the whole time. But thanks for coming in, Kevin. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, and thank you for everyone that checked out the 3 videos that went up yesterday as part of the collaboration between myself, Paul and Jason at P&J's Homestead Adventures, and Kendra at Consume the Goodness. This was episode 2 of the collaboration, where we basically trade recipes amongst each other and give each other some new things to make. The idea is that, Kendra gave me a recipe and I just made it exactly how it was listed out. And then I gave something to Paula and Jason, and they made that. And then Paula and Jason gave the recipe to Kendra, and she made a video about that too. So really fun collaboration. We're looking for anyone else that wants to join and be part of it. We are aiming to do 1 video per month on the first Wednesday of the month. So if you're interested, just send me an email. My email's in the about page of my channel, so you can email myself or Kendra. I'm not sure if Paul and Jason have an email listed on their page, but like I say, you can email any of us and just let us know if you want to join the collaboration. We'd be happy to have you. The only thing we're trying to stick to, obviously, is trying to stick to like healthy recipes, like lower carb type recipes. We don't want to, we won't be making like pasta lasagna and stuff like that. But, lots of fun. I enjoyed it. Hopefully, all you enjoyed the episode 2 that went up yesterday. It seemed to be a lot of fun as we went from my video to Kendra's video and to Paul and Jason's video at the end. Seemed to be a lot of excitement built up through those, that raid parade as they call it. So, Brenda was on the episode or the April 24th live stream. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've got I posted live streams for all of April tonight, and I forgot to do that. Like to put out a list of live stream set them up for the month. So there's 4 of them up there just in case you're looking for, the one of the night. Everyone's happy to each other. Tiffany is here. Coming, Tiffany, appreciate it. Uh, Still hanging in there. Life is attempting to kick my butt. Well, as long as you kick back harder, Carrie, I'm sure you'll come out on top. Trying to forget about bad weather here and looking forward to above freezing temps. Yeah, holy cow, yesterday was just ridiculous. I think we had every single we had rain, we had snow, we had sleet, we had, freezing rain, we had thunderstorms all day and all night. Today, there's just flooding all over the place around here too. It was just ridiculous yesterday. And then today, it was nice and sunny and kinda warm. So, you know, springtime in Ontario, just gotta love it. Everyone's saying hi. Thank you for that. Give me the thumbs up on the audio. Thankfully, knock on wood, the, the old Yeti here is hanging in there and doing a decent job, so, um, what else we got here? Everyone's saying hi. I see that, Tuber Chat's been a member for 4 months. I appreciate that, Kevin. Really, mm, it's great having members on the channel. Like I say, it's not, definitely not necessarily by any means, just, but it's very much appreciated. We had a meetup in my backyard in Elkhart, Indiana with 2KK, Keto Simple, Keto Chow. We're doing that. We're still riding that high. We have had some bad weather here in Indiana too, but we made it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it sounds like a fun meetup with everyone. Lots of great people there for sure. AKA's Travel and Education Vlogs. Thank you for coming in. Tour Chat donated a membership. Thank you for doing that, Kevin. He's done that many times before, and I think I saw that Legend Gaming 667 pick that up. So here you go, another member for the month. Thank you for doing that again, Kevin. Definitely appreciate it. Who else we got here? Missed Tuber Chat too because it was working. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I think we it does have some of the um, live streams earlier in the afternoon on some days, and yeah, I don't I can very I maybe catch the last half hour from home, but other than that, I'm usually working. But like I say, I just pop in whenever I can and say hi to whoever I can. It's always hard to chat in a live stream with your phone, but we all do the best we can, right? Ruby's here. Thanks for coming, Ruby. Appreciate it. Scratch and Pete's in the house. Thank you for coming in, Pete. Yes, it was a lot of fun. It was, and I think if we can grow it and get more people interested in doing something like this, like I say, it's not very often. It's only once a month, so it's not sort of. I don't find it's putting too much pressure on getting videos done because we all know as creators trying to get more content out there, and it can be a little bit stressful. Like I know for myself personally, uh, I am most comfortable on this channel doing one video a week and then this live stream on Thursdays. That's sort of where I have settled in as far as what I can do without stressing myself out about it, because we never want to get stressed out about doing something that is supposed to be fun ultimately. It's already stressful enough once you get to a point where you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, and the only way you can really do that is to stay consistent with what you're doing. And then you start to see some success, and then you have to try and continue with that success, and then sometimes things fall off and you have to try and build it back up again. It's again, there's only so much that's in our control. So like I say, we just do what we can, and that's why I don't really typically get involved with a lot of collaborations, because I don't want to put out subpar sort of content just to do a collaboration, because that's what I feel sometimes when I put out, if I don't necessarily have the time to do it right. But when Kendra approached me about this, I was challenged collaboration that we've started. It sounded like a good idea to me that was small enough that we could, it didn't have to be too crazy, and there wouldn't really be an awful lot of organization in the background. And like I say, just once a month makes it easy to put something out that's extra and over and above what you would usually be doing. So, let's see. Yeah. Thanks for that, Kevin. Appreciate you gifting the membership. Just want to make sure we're not missing anything. 8 Worship, 7 Dancer from South Texas. Thank you for coming in. I don't know if I've seen you here before, but greetings. Thank you for coming to check out the live stream. Got to get back to your live stream. No problem whatsoever. Thank you for coming in. Like I say, I can appreciate any time anyone can spend here. I know everyone's busy. We all have lots to do. When I'm out there at other live streams, I'm sort of bouncing around, usually between 2 or 3 things going on YouTube at a time. So always appreciate any time you can spend here on a Thursday night with me. I'm just a normal Canadian guy doing keto and trying to help other people. And that's basically me in a nutshell. Thank you for sharing those links, Paula. Appreciate that. You can drop the links for your video and Kendra's video as well if you want to do that. It was definitely appreciated. No worries, Carrie. I know that you're still battling away, doing whatever you can, and like I say, I'm sure if you kick back hard enough, things will start to turn your way for sure. Close to 80 today. Oh, geez, that would have been nice. Like I say, it was funny. It was really warm this morning after being super crappy and cold yesterday. Yeah, Mother Nature's definitely been crazy. We had a tornado Sunday and yesterday. Yikes. Well, thankfully everyone's okay. Thanks for that, Paula. Yeah, if you can hit the thumbs up and share it out if you can, that would be appreciated. It helps the YouTube think that we're all enjoying what we're doing here on a Thursday night. So Ruby's here. Yeah, and Nightbot is on the job tonight. So if you want to drop a link to your channel, just type #Thrive in the chat, and Nightbot should do the thing for you. Greenland Quilter Katie's in the house. Thanks for coming in, Katie. I appreciate you being here for sure. Tiffany's going to lurk and cook. Well, thank you. That's understandable as well. But thank you for lurking in the background. Cali King 916 is here. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Andy Crafty Witch 232 is here. Thanks for coming in, Andy. Andy's got always got some great things going on. She goes live almost every day. Amazing sort of crafting things that she makes over there. It's really quite interesting to watch. Let's make sure we're not missing anyone coming in. Yeah, how is everyone tonight? Hopefully everyone's having a good, as good a week as possible so far. It is Thursday. We've got another day till the weekend. say it's been a pretty busy week for me, but that's nothing really different for my job. My job keeps me busy every day. So spring is in the air. It's trying, that's for sure. It keeps feeling like spring is here, and then it then just does a U-turn overnight for some reason. Carrie, hit the like button 1 trillion times +1. You always got to remember that +1, because if you don't do the +1, then it'll be a dislike, right? So Dr. John Smith's in the house. Thanks for coming by. Got your email about receiving the swag pack and the picture of you wearing the bracelet. So thanks for that. Appreciate the support of the channel. Bud Files, thanks for coming in, Sue. Appreciate you being here. Evelyn is here. Let's make sure we aren't missing anyone or any questions or anything. Everyone's just saying hi back and forth here. Lots of activity here tonight already. So yeah, thanks for everyone joining me here on a Thursday night. A lot of snow is gone here, and the lake is kind of looking like it might be on the melt. But as you said, might be a tease. Yeah, it's all of our snow is gone, obviously. But I got home from work yesterday, and there was a lot of like slushy snow on the ground that made everything white again, which is just not right, in April. But again, it's one of those things where Southern Ontario weather in April, you just never know what you're going to get from day to day. So winter is refusing to go away this year. Temps warm up for a day and then turns crappy cold for days. Yep. Yeah, we're not supposed to see anything sort of warm again for almost a week now, which is really kind of depressing. But like I say, it'll be another month and a half, 2 months, and we'll all be complaining about how hot it is, right? Isn't that the way it usually goes? I'm ready for spring. I've had enough snow. Yep, that's for sure. Yes, we need greens. Absolutely. Cool. So yeah, thanks for being here tonight. Not a lot going on in the sort of keto world that I've seen so much lately. We are a few of us, and you'll see, you may see around the community this month are participating in another collaboration. I just finished talking about how I don't like to participate in too many collaborations, but I did accept an invite to another collaboration for the month of April, which is the healthy snack collaboration. There's I don't know if there's 30 or 32 channel. Like I think there were some days that got doubled up on. So I think there's like 32 different channels in this collaboration, putting out healthy snack videos as part of it. So I'm going to be, my contribution to that will be on this Sunday on the 6th. So let's just say I've got a fun video that, it's something I've been thinking about doing. Nothing super crazy exciting or anything, but it's just a fun sort of twist on a chaffle recipe that I've actually spent some time trying to make right. I don't, like I said, I usually don't spend a lot of time, trying to perfect my recipes, but this one I've spent some time trying to come up with the best way to make it. Plus, I've got some new hardware to break out for this video, so it'll be interesting. Again, it's one of those things. It actually turned out really good for me. It wasn't even something that was arranged, but it turns out that the day that they gave me to release my video was actually my typical, weekly release date, which is on Sundays. So worked out really good. So excited for y'all to see that. I'm not going to sort of give away too much about it. It is a chaffle recipe, but there's a bit of a twist to it this week. So, well, thanks for checking out Katie's channel, Retta and Jason. Lots of great creators in here. Everyone is sort of part of a great community here. So, definitely check everyone else's channels out. Pretty much everyone, everybody that's here, I'm friends with on YouTube, and it's there's a ton of great different content out here. So Paul and Jason have the same kind of weather, chilly. We did see the sun today for a few minutes. Yep, it was out for a little bit this morning, which was good. It was nice and warm. I was actually able to get down to just a sweater for a while. Elfish Tanks is in the house. Someone from the Tuber Chat family. It's good to see you in the house. Just even if you're just swinging by to give a thumbs up, always appreciated. Make sure Scott Bruder's here. Thanks for coming by and showing some support, Scott. Me and Scott worked together years ago, a couple of different companies we worked at. I worked with him at one company, and then he left and started working for the company that I work for now, and then I followed. And so, yeah, Scott and I have been friends for quite a while. Scott's on YouTube as well, but it's good to see you, Scott. Thanks for coming in. Flowers are blooming, but it tried to snow today. Yeah, it's just ridiculous for sure. Coffee walks and whatever. Deb and OJ, thanks for coming in. Let's make sure. What do we got here? I got help from a government program that helps vets. The food had lots of carbs, so I had to pick out the stuff. Yeah, that is a shame that there's obviously you don't want to turn down help when you can get it, but sometimes the help isn't always 100% ideal, but hopefully it helps out as much as it can. Carrie, thanks for dropping that link, Paula. Yeah, so yeah, it's I can't remember how many sort of channels are part of this collaboration, but so far it's been fun. I have to try and find today's release or today's video. I'll do that after the live stream, but I think if you watch each video, if you comment on the videos, I think there's some kind of giveaway coming up at the end of the month as well. So that will be exciting. Yeah, a lot of healthy snacks. Yep, for sure. Oh, Trish Reed grabbed a membership. Thank you for doing that, Trish. I appreciate it. I think you got a Chaffle House membership. Definitely appreciated. Welcome to the new members tonight, because I see Dr. John is gifting a membership as well, and Andy picked that up. So congratulations, Andy. Yeah. It's interesting to watch all these videos. I'm I'll be the first to admit that there may, everything I've seen so far is going to be healthy compared to a lot of recipes that are out there. Obviously, what is healthy is sort of relative to what kind of lifestyle you live, but anything that is outside of, a highly processed diet full of sugar, I pretty much consider that healthy. So yay, Trish Reed. Yep, definitely. Thanks for that. I appreciate you grabbing that membership and being here at the live stream. Still recovering from our drive back from Elkhart yesterday. We were in torrential rain, hail, lightning. Oh, that doesn't sound like that would be a very stressful drive for sure. Yeah, thanks for gifting that membership. I appreciate it. It will help since I will get it every other week till the end of June. Well, that's good. Finally got a 65-degree breezy day to dry things out for 2 more days of rain to come. Yeah. It's funny where we are in our subdivision. We're actually on a high spot because we have a like an actual drain in our backyard at the back of our yard where a lot of the water runs off from the houses around us. So our property was overly how do you say it? It's very sloped, so we don't really ever have any worry of buildup of water around our house. So and we've been in this house for 8 years now, kind of thing, and I've very rarely, even with the hardest rain, do we hear like our sump pump run in the house. And today it's running. It's actually that there's been that much water that it just can't all run away. So crazy, but yeah, it's one of those things. You just have to get to know it, I guess, or get used to it. I've lived in Ontario my whole 55 years, so it's nothing out of the ordinary. So yeah, congrats to the new member. We had it stapled to our front bumper. Let's see here. Bob is a trooper. He drove 7 hours. Ooh, that would be harsh. I definitely don't like driving in that kind of weather. It's so stressful sometimes. And that was one of the things that this winter was so bad for. There was so many days where I had to drive through like really bad blizzard type weather, and I'm used to it and it doesn't really bother me too much. But when it gets to the point where you can't even see the people in front of you, it just gets so stressful. Was I saying I had a perfected Jaffa recipe? I don't know about perfect. Let's just say that it's something different that I don't think I've seen anyone do. And ultimately, it's just something fun, a fun addition to my sort of chaffle recipes that I'm sort of, things are aligning, with this collaboration that I'm doing for the healthy snack collaboration where, I'm able to put out this video and hopefully it's something that everyone enjoys watching, kind of thing. So we'll definitely have fun doing that. I got, in typical fashion, I haven't even actually done it yet. So I'm hoping to have a couple extra hours tomorrow afternoon to work on it. But we all know how plans go, right? Have to catch the pump. Yep. Hopefully it doesn't run too far. That's for sure. Yeah. So that video will be my usual 5 p.m. Sunday afternoon, or 5 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. So again, it was nice that everyone was given a specific day in this collaboration for the month of April when to release their video. And it just happened that they gave me Sunday, which is my typical day that I release videos. So yeah, it'll be Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern when I release that video. So hopefully everyone will check it out. Again, it's I think it's fun. it's not going to revolutionize the chaffle world, but I like doing fun different things and coming up with different ideas. So I'll look for the collab, but must sleep now. Hear ya. And been tired lately. I don't know what it is. It's just trying to keep caught up on sleep. It's almost impossible these days. Come to loathe driving in anything but dry conditions ever since I drove on frozen windy roads in the Rockies in Colorado where there was no guardrails. Yeah, that can definitely I would not want to do that. That's for sure. Rampton Gardeners here. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, if you have a channel of your own, make sure you type #Thrive in the chat. Nightbot will post the link for your channel for you. And hit that thumbs up and share out the stream if you can. It would be really appreciated. Helps the YouTube algorithm decide what it wants to push out there. It's funny, I don't know if anyone remembers when I was talking, I think the last time I was live, or the time before that, where I sort of off the cuff made the comment that live streams are very good at reminding people that they subscribe to your channel, and then ultimately they wind up unsubscribing because they've forgotten that they subscribe to your channel and they don't want to get notifications from you anymore, so they unsubscribe. And it was and again, I'm just rambling here about silly things that I look at in the YouTube algorithm. So I did 3 live streams last month, and so I think between the 3 live streams last month, it showed a -8 subscribers for the three live streams. So, but it's exactly what I'm describing, is that what'll happen is that a lot of people, sometimes when you have a video that does really well, people subscribe, but then they forget about your channel. But live streams push out notifications more than videos do typically. So those notifications a lot of times will remind people that they subscribed. And again, they may have decided that they don't want to stick around anymore. It's just one of those funny things that I find with live streams, and it's been the same way the whole time. Like, it's not like this is a new thing. It's just like, if one of your goals on YouTube, as far as your sort of analytics go, is to have a high, like to dislike ratio overall on your channel, don't do shorts, because shorts will kill it. And that's just, unfortunately, that's just the way it is, because I don't think I've ever done a shorts video that didn't have, probably 5 or 10 dislikes on it. But that's just the nature of the way YouTube is. So yeah, again, it's just nothing that really matters one way or the other. It's just these things that I tend to dig into sometimes when I go down that rabbit hole. So, and shorts overall, I don't care for them anymore anyways. So, have I done frosted chaffle cakes? I have not. It'd be a good idea, though, to try and come up with something. Come up with like a low carb frosting to put on on a chaffle. That'd be interesting. I was driving whiteout conditions yesterday, and I was not a fan of it. I don't blame you. It was bad yesterday for sure. Subs come and go. They absolutely do. That's just, again, it's just the nature of YouTube. I've been bouncing around on the same 10 subscribers for the last month. It seems like, you go up 5, down 3, up 2, down 4. It's just, I should stop watching. That's what I should do, but I just can't. What about cargo shorts? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the cargo shorts. YouTube shorts, not so much, but yeah, cargo shorts, they can, hopefully we can start wearing those sooner than later. No one likes or dislikes my shorts. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is I don't get to, I don't, when I put out shorts nowadays, even, I don't really get any kind of traction with them. So I've kind of, that's why I don't see too many of them from my channel anymore. So Luigi is here. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Maybe I need to, that's funny. Belt Loop 29's in the chat. Thank you for coming by. It's good to see you, Gary. I wouldn't be concerned about the -8. I also recall the days, the tube, when they showed dislikes to others. Yeah. Oh, like I say, I don't really, I talk about it, but I don't really worry too much about it. Like I say, numbers go up, numbers go down. We've all been there when YouTube decides to clean out the dead accounts, and you wind up waking up with, 15, 20, 30 less subscribers than you had yesterday. It is what it is. I obviously was more concerned about that when I was like under 1,000 subscribers, but it doesn't really bother me too much anymore. So low carb frosting is easy. Cream cheese and sweetener, the flavor extract of your choice. Yeah, that sounds good for sure. Gary doesn't pay much attention to it anymore. I hear you. Like I say, I gotta try and the way I try and do it is I'll check the studio in the morning, kind of thing, see how things are going, and then I try and ignore it the whole day when I'm working, and then in the evening I'll go through and check different things, and reply to any comments I've gotten and all that. And then again, I just try and ignore it as much as I can, because at the end of the day, there's not an awful lot you can do with it. I do spend quite a bit of time looking at analytics and adjusting parts of my videos. You will, if you pay attention to some of my videos, you will see, like, even if you look at, if I have a premiere posted a couple of days in advance, chances are, if you watch that, you'll see that the title and the thumbnail will even change a couple of times before it even releases, because I always like to go back and say, okay, well, I could probably do this a little bit better, but here's what I put up at first. Here's what I'll work on. It gives me a couple of days to work on something I like a little bit better, but I'm always adjusting things. So, but that's just me. I don't really suggest other people do that, but that's sort of what winds up happening with me. What's going on in the chat? I'm getting behind again here. I was thinking about doing a video in bike shorts. That would be interesting, Gary. I thought it would give the girls a thrill. Yes, wax first. That's funny. Yep. Take #Thrive to drop your link. I don't think my skin is thick enough to be a YouTuber. I've had that, got that sort of that speech from other YouTubers when I wanted to start a YouTube channel too. You do need to be able to separate sort of your personal feelings from what you're doing, and just realize that eventually, you're going to get negative feedback to what you're doing. And you just have to be able to, uh, let's say it's tough to not respond to negative feedback, I guess. Uh, I'm all for getting feedback that helps me improve what I'm doing. Obviously, you do get uh, the really nasty people out there, but that's when you just skim through it and just delete the message and move on with your day, because it's not worth stressing about. That's for sure. But I agree. It's YouTube is not for everyone. Um, we all have fun, and it's all sunshine and lollipops for the first little while until you start to get some traction on YouTube, and then you start getting the troll comments and stuff like that. That's when it can really come around and sort of get under your skin. But it's also something that you can learn to adapt to, I guess. So, but like I say, it's fun. Depends on how serious you want to take it too. A lot of people just do it for fun, and they don't really, there are people out there that don't really ever expect anything more than just to do it as a hobby. So if that's all you really want out of it, then I would say, give it a try. It's one of those things you really don't know until you actually try it. I was thinking about Belt Loop doing a video on that's funny. It's a focus thing. Just don't allow yourself to get obsessed. Absolutely. Scott saying you can do it. It's a good way to get honest feedback for things that make you you. Yep. And that's the thing. As long as you can sort of accept it as criticism or healthy criticism, then, that's the way you sort of have to look at it. Yeah, there's always something to do better for sure. I've tried doing the thumbnails test, but it never given me any results. Always says inconclusive. Yeah, I'm actually running a thumbnail test on last week's video or last Sunday's video right now, and it's sort of coming out pretty much 50-50. It's pretty close. I just have 2 thumbnails out there. I think I talked about this on the last live stream. I'm not 100% convinced that is it worth the time making 3 thumbnails? My personal thought to it, and this is again just 100% what I think about the tool. I think it's a great tool, and I think it's a way to, for, let's say, for your next 5 videos, you want to take the time and make 3 completely different thumbnails that you think are good, and then use them on your next 5 videos kind of thing, and see what happens, see what the result is. And then I think even in that short amount of time, you can get the feedback you need to know sort of which way you need to focus on your thumbnails. My only concern with it, and I mentioned this last time too, is that if you have, let's say you have 2 thumbnails and one of them is, a good thumbnail and it's getting some good responses, but the other one is not a good thumbnail. My concern is that the success of the first thing that's going to make a successful video is getting someone to click on that video. And if it's a bad thumbnail, people are not going to click on the video. So now someone has been presented with your thumbnail that they don't like, and they're not clicking on your video. So now, instead of seeing the thumbnail that people are liking and clicking on your video, they're not getting that opportunity. So the way I see it, unfortunately, is that you are potentially losing views because you're running this. I don't know if that makes sense to everybody, but that's just a way I look at it. Again, I'm still using it once in a while, but I'm not making drastically different thumbnails. I'm just trying little tweaks in each one of them to see if I can sort of fine tune what I want to do with it. So again, great tools. We all have to use the tools that we're given by YouTube and other things like TubeBuddy to make our videos more attractive. Because again, if you can't get people to click on the video, there's no way you're going to get them to stay and watch the video. So you got to get them in the door first, and then you have to keep them there. That's sort of the game. So do I want honest feedback on what makes me me? Yeah, I hear you there. I haven't gotten to where I've gotten to where I don't care, just having fun, hanging out with friends. Yep. And that's a great place to be as well. Thanks for sharing that link. That's yeah. The crunchy onion ring chaffle video from this summer is definitely the most viewed video on the channel. That one keeps this channel going every day, it seems. Like making new friends as well. Yeah, that's great as well. I appreciate all the friends that I've made here on YouTube. Like I say, when I first started, it was a pretty lonely place. I didn't really know anybody, and until I realized that it was about getting out there and networking with other creators, and not just trying to get to know viewers, which I love doing as well. I got lots of great supportive viewers here on the channel, like Trish and Lynn and Joe and Brenda and Carrie and John. Like there's lots, I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of people, but the viewers that aren't actually creators, they make up the real support of the channel. But then getting to know other creators, I think, is what helps you sort of get out there and get your name out there and get to learn different ways of doing things. And, just seeing how other people, become successful can really help with your journey in this. My husband tells me I should only do viral videos. Yeah. If only we could only do viral videos, right? Yeah, that's what everyone wants for sure. I would only do it to provide valuable service. Yeah. And that's, that is one thing, sort of one of the messages that I got when I first started doing YouTube is like, it was Sean Cannell at Think Media that said, because that's one of the channels I watched quite a bit when I first started doing YouTube. He said the way to be successful on YouTube is to always be of service to others with what you're doing. So basically, in other words, put out content that is meant to help others. And that's what I've tried to focus on the best I can. My chaffle recipes every week, they're there to try and help people have a healthier option to do easy recipes, right? And even like these live streams, I don't know sort of what kind of help they are, but I like to answer questions whenever I can. So that is the way I approach YouTube for sure. They say when you have negative comments, you have succeeded. I would say that is probably mostly correct. No, that's what I'm doing wrong. I should just put out a viral video, right? And it's funny. It's one of those things too, is you'll just never know. You could put out what you think is not a good video, and for some reason it just blows up. It's just not, it's so hard to figure out. And then you try and, you have a video that does really well, and then you put out another video a week later that you sort of think follows the same pattern and everything else, and it doesn't, and it just doesn't work. So, I've been lucky to have 4 or 5 videos that really did well, went, let's just say mini viral, I guess, but it's just a matter of trying to replicate that every week. It's really hard. And then, I don't know about anyone else, but the worst thing about having a video that performs really well is trying to follow it up with another video that does just as well. So I found that I have the most fun with negative feedback. I had one that was saying I needed to trim my nose hair. I said, thanks. I've been using. That's funny. They can be exceptionally fun to respond to. Yeah, they can be for sure. But I find myself just trying to, move along, and I don't really engage with them too much, but it's some of them can definitely be fun to respond to. So you never had a result on the thumbnail test? Yeah, it's kind of weird how it works. It seems to take quite a while to get any kind of results from them. Turn down the volume, have a call. No worries. Thank you for still just hanging in there. I only do it when I can't decide between, but they can be quite different. Yep. Yeah, for sure. Like I say, tools are great to try out. And, I'd always suggest you try all the tools you're given. So see my post where two buddies suggested Brampton, Ontario ghetto. Oh, that is hilarious. Two buddy can definitely suggest some really random tags. That's for sure. What do we got going on here? Oh, Trish gifted 5 memberships. Wow, that's really generous. Thanks for doing that, Trish. Let's see who got that. Kendra picked one up. Double D56, Ivy Dixon, Aisha, and Emotion New Soul got those memberships. Well, welcome to the new members. Thanks for doing that, Trish. I know you've done that before. It's really appreciated. Definitely not necessarily, but absolutely appreciated. Love having lots of members here. I got to get doing some actual sort of members only videos. I know I keep saying that, but we'll get there for sure. Big Family Expeditions in the house. Thank you for coming in. Fits with Zig Ziglar. To get what you want out of life, you have to make sure you help enough people to reach their goals. Absolutely. I've decided to not do viral videos. I'm wildly successful with my strategy. Well, there you go. That's one good way to look at it for sure. Double D56 is in the house. Thanks for coming over. Congrats on getting that gifted membership from Trish. Everyone's saying hi to everyone else. Of course it is. I'm really shining with it. Oh, that's hilarious. I mean, it's not wrong. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Thanks again. Like I say, it's times like when people do support the channel that sort of reinforces that, what you're trying to do with your channel is sort of succeeding. And again, I've sort of spent my whole time here on YouTube trying to help as many people as I can, with all of the interviews that I've done with other creators and other people in the keto low carb community. My only goal with any of those is to, hopefully, if we can help just one person turn their health around and, improve their life, just with a conversation, to me, that's all I really want out of it. So that's why we're here and why we do these live streams once a week. And, again, it doesn't happen too often that we have new people in here, that need some support with a lifestyle change, but that's what we're here for, right? I always want to be welcoming to anybody. We don't, we're not keto police here. We don't care. At the end of the day, I'm not here to judge anybody with how they live their life. As long as they're happy, that's all I really care about. But if you do want to change your lifestyle and sort of follow along with what I'm doing, then myself plus a lot of other people in this community that we've built here in the last 4 years can definitely be the support that you might need. About time to go to unplug internet, TV. Cool. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you being here. Enjoy your swag. I appreciate your support of the channel, as I let you know. So hard to get members and super chats. There are times when I think that I don't get them because people don't know or don't like me. Yeah, it's one of those things that, again, I don't sort of push for stuff like that. Obviously, like, super grateful when it happens. All we can do is be ourselves and, keep doing what we're doing, and things, I find things just come along, and, we do have great support from people here that, there's people in the chat like Lynn and Brenda that have been supporting the channel for a long time. Got other great friends that I've met throughout the journey, everybody that's here tonight, even Rochelle here, Brampton Gardner, we've met up in person a couple of times in Toronto with Kevin from Tuber Chat. So, things like that, it makes it, extra special. So, well, in bike shorts and wife beater shirt, maybe just more. That's funny. No snow there. Yeah. Okay, just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Trish is going to get some bleach for her eyes. Yeah, no keto police here for sure. We don't judge. Evelyn's taken off. Thanks for being here, Evelyn. Appreciate the time you spent with us tonight. I've got to do some housekeeping before the next live tonight. Thanks again, Trish. I appreciate you grabbing the membership and then gifting the memberships as well. And again, John and Kevin as well for gifting their memberships. Welcome to all the new members we have tonight. We've got 8 new members tonight. That's probably a record for the channel. That's quite impressive, and it's all thanks to you guys. So, Gary's here. The police is here now. Thanks for sharing out everyone's links, Paula. I appreciate the help you've done tonight. Let's make sure we're not skipping on me. I've had 2 super chats, got them live. I was celebrated getting monetized. Yep. Yeah. Let's see here. I actually don't mention memberships or super chats much. Mostly I say nothing at all. Yeah. And ultimately I try not to focus on it too much either, Katie. Again, it's one of those things that's obviously appreciated. And this new goal thing that YouTube has given us to set up a goal for super chats in a live stream. I just turn it on for fun. I don't ever expect to reach these goals. It's just there. Again, it's a tool that YouTube gives us. So I'm just going to use it. Right. So have a great night, guys. Appreciate you being here. I thought I missed Together We Travel came out. Yeah, there you are. Together We Travel. Thanks for coming in. appreciate you being here. We're just about done, but thanks for coming by. It's always appreciated. Haven't even set up membership because I have nothing more to offer the viewers. Yeah, and I'm kind of sort of guilty of that too. I got to get doing some more members only stuff. I've put together a few custom emojis and stuff like that, but personally, I don't know about anyone else. Again, this is just my personal view on it. The memberships that I have because I want to support those creators. I don't go out looking for memberships because I get a bunch of fancy emojis or anything like that. That's not really what sells it for me. What sells it for me is if a creator is, providing a service to the community, that's when I like to support them. And even if I'm not necessarily a member on a channel, I'll always try and gift memberships wherever I can, because I think that's a good way to support the channel. Just like it's happened tonight, it really does support what we're doing here. So, and then again, not to solicit anything because I don't like doing that. I think sort of spurred on by Jennifer at Northern Girl Hobbies and a couple other people, I have set up Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal. So there's other ways to support the channel as well. Those are in my About section of the channel. Again, it's just there to make it a little easier. Yeah, just expanding what we're doing here. So tonight has gone fast for sure. I've gotten a few super chats just to have a little fun. Yeah. Offer badges, emojis, and faster responses to comments, access to special posts. Just list it for, there's always little things that you can offer that can, make it worthwhile being a member for sure. So, all right. I think everyone is saying bye to each other. I know there's a few other live streams starting now at 8:30. Two Crazy Ketos is usually on at 8:30. So we'll wrap things up for this week. Again, 5 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, I'll put out the video for the Healthy Snack 25 collaboration. Looking forward to putting that one out. I think it'll be fun. Hopefully everyone enjoys it. And then we'll see you back here. As long as nothing gets in the way, we'll be back here next Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, where we can just hang out and chat again. If anyone ever wants to sort of come on and have a conversation about things, like I know Amy's still in the chat. I was thinking we should get to something together, and you come on and we can have a conversation here at some point. If anyone ever wants to come up, just let me know. You can just email me at justjasonketo@gmail.com and we can set something up. And I'm always happy to have a nice chat with other creators. So enjoy the rest of your week. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Sunday night, and then next Thursday we'll be back right here on YouTube again. So until then, keep on thriving, my friends.